I will start this video by saying I have no qualms saying that the Clintons are very dangerous individuals to mess with. Especially when in this, for some reason, the mainstream media is shying way away from this story, even though it's glaringly obvious. And in this, I'm also going to bring Hillary Clinton into it, but we'll get to that later on. But yes, the Clintons are some dangerous individuals. They are well connected. They have defense contracts, and I have no qualms saying that I believe they do have connections to criminal underground organizations, especially Hillary Clinton. So let's get to this. This is from Daily Mail. Teasing the girls with playful pokes, Bill Clinton strolled with two beauties around either arm, content to retire for the evening. Epstein victim tells of the Hillary-free former president's night on Jeffrey's orgy, or as some people have dubbed it, pedo island, in unsealed documents. Yes, the Ghislaine Maxwell documents have been unsealed. Dum dum dum. So perhaps maybe reporting on it, I won't be a target of some hitman hired by Hillary Clinton. Who knows? Newly unsealed court records. Oh, from Washington Examiner. Forgive me. Newly unsealed court records from an accuser against deceased sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and his alleged right-wing handwoman Ghislaine Maxwell. Alleged she is a monster. All reports say that she participated in every way, shape, or form, and she was like the recruiter, so to speak. Reveal claims that former President Bill Clinton was on Epstein's private island, despite his claims to the contrary. Not only that, we have flight manifests of no less than 20 visits to Pedo Island. And this is where Hillary Clinton's role comes in. What was her name in the Oval Office and Bill Clinton? Monica Lewinsky. Yes. Okay, the Monica Lewinsky thing, okay, I can kind of see that perhaps maybe Hillary didn't know about that one. Although, come on now. Married men out there and the wives know this. Men, you get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and you go to the fridge and you open up a bottle of milk and you drink it without putting it in a cup and you drink straight from the carton. You put it back and you sneak back to bed. And the next morning you wake up and your wife says, "You drank from the carton, didn't you?" You know what I'm talking about. And you can infer any number of instances and circumstances. And it works both ways. It's not a sex-specific thing. Men know things about their wives as well. It's just men tend to keep silent about it. So you're telling me that Hillary Clinton did not know that her husband was visiting an island that was infested with underage abuse of horrific nature? Right. After about the 10th time of your spouse going to an island where you know there are women going to be there, you're telling me you're not going to be curious and find out, especially being as well connected and as well financed as the Clintons are? Come on now, Hillary Clinton, with her nasty reputation of being mean. All she'd have to do is confront any one of the individuals that went to the island and they would tell her everything. So I do believe Hillary Clinton knew everything just because of her position. There's a reason that in court a husband and wife are not forced to testify against each other, because the information they have about each other is intimate. They know everything. It's the way marriages are supposed to work. And even the things that one spouse thinks that the other spouse doesn't know, the other spouse knows. They're just not telling you. Transcripts from interviews with accuser Virginia Roberts Guffrey include the claim that she witnessed Clinton on Little St. James Island in the U.S. Virgin Islands, dubbed Pedo Island, the site of Epstein's alleged crimes. Clinton has denied ever setting foot on the island, even though we have manifests from flights. Every time you take a flight, it's logged, especially someone as well known as Clinton. Come on now. You can't hide that stuff in this age. A minimum of 20 times. 26 times, I believe, total, but 6 times are maybe questionable. But 20 times at least. And you're telling me Hillary Clinton didn't know? Right. Okay. Sure. Clinton has denied ever setting foot on the island. Among more than 2,000 pages of unsealed records stemming from Guthrie's defamation lawsuit against Maxwell, who was arrested earlier this month for allegedly conspiring with Epstein to blankly abuse underage girls, are allegations about British Royal Prince Andrew, who said he'd never met the girls, but then he was photographed with a girl, and Ghislaine Maxwell is in the background, grinning. Alan Dershowitz, he was also on the flight manifest, and others. And all these individuals who claim that they didn't know and they weren't there, but then more evidence comes out saying that they were and showing that they were, the more it makes them look completely guilty and adds credibility to the entire story. This is the interesting part. When you say you asked him, meaning when the lady giving the transcript, I forgot her name, Virginia Roberts Guthrie. So when Virginia Roberts Guthrie asked Epstein, why is Bill Clinton here? Where was here? Guthrie's lawyer asked in a transcribed interview. Guthrie replied, on the island. She said that one time on the island, Epstein and Clinton were there with Ghislaine and Emmy, a likely reference to Maxwell's former assistant, Emmy Taylor, and that there was 2 young girls that I could identify. It was just 2 girls from New York. Guthrie said she was staying at one of the villas on the island. The lawyer asked Guthrie if blankual, you know, the thing where a bunch of individuals have lost their clothing and are writhing around on the ground, because I don't believe I can say that on YouTube, that kind of thing, were a regular occurrence on the island, and Guthrie said that that was accurate. Do you have any recollection of Jeffrey Epstein specifically telling you that Bill Clinton owes me favors? Guthrie's lawyers asked her. Yes, I do. It was a laugh, though. He would laugh it off. You know, I remember asking Jeffrey, what's Bill Clinton doing here, kind of thing, and he laughed it off and said, well, he owes me a favor. He never told me what favors they were, Guthrie said, adding, he told me a long time ago that everyone owes him favors. They're all in each other's pockets. Yes, it's an old tactic that some of the crime bosses used to do back in Chicago. Take an individual who's coming into the family and you make them commit a crime, and thereby everybody's got dirt on everybody and everybody's in everybody else's pockets. It's pretty common. A statement released last July by Clinton press secretary Angel Urena claimed that Clinton has never been to Little St. James Island. But he has. He absolutely has. Clinton's statement also claimed that in 2002 and 2003, President Clinton took a total of 4 trips on Jeffrey Epstein's airplane. 1 to Europe, 1 to Asia, and 2 to Africa. But a Washington Examiner review of the flight manifest records shows that Clinton actually went on at least 27 flights on Epstein's Lolita Express. Interesting name, Lolita Express. Totaling at least 6 trips, not 4. Clinton's statement leaves off a trip from Florida to New York and ignores a second lengthy trip across Asia, as well as others. Of course, they're not going to give you all the information. They don't want to. And of course, the Clintons have refused to respond to that. Why is this not news? Why is this not something that the news is covering? Is it because they're scared, or I don't understand. You cannot tell me that Hillary Clinton did not know all this was going on. She had to have. There's no way. A husband doesn't go to an island that is well known among the rich and the famous for what it is and not know something is going on. Those are just my thoughts and my opinions, however. I would like your thoughts and your opinions as well. It's interesting how much this is being ignored. It's just, this is huge news. These are some of the most powerful people, and it's all hush-hush. We're so consumed with other things. But there's other news out there, and other things happen, but those are just my thoughts, and now I want yours. I love you guys. I will see you on the next one.